We had an absolutely tremendous day on June the 23rd, and it is something but ladies and gentlemen, we won a battle, we did not win the war. And it has become quite obvious since then that there are people who are trying to undermine that sweet victory that we fought so hard for, and we are not going to let them do that. They will try to undermine us by portraying us as right-wing extremists, as racist or xenophobes. So let us say very clearly, let a message go out from here today. We utterly reject racism, we reject xenophobia, we reject people. I would try to people of all races and all religions and all political backgrounds for Brexit, and I love all the people of this great country of ours, and I won't allow them to undermine us in that fashion. But we are also being undermined by a rather shadowy bunch of people. Hedge fund managers, elitist lawyers, secretive businessmen, who are going off to the courts to try and find loopholes, to try and prevent the voice of the British people from being heard, and we're not going to let them succeed either. And I'm pleased to say to you that I pledge as a Member of Parliament that I will do absolutely everything to support Article 50 being implemented, to support We know what we fought for. We fought to get control of our borders, we fought to get control of our money, and we fought to ensure that the laws of this country are made in that building behind me. And we haven't succeeded yet, but we are going to succeed. And let everyone understand, we're not going anywhere. We're going to be back here again and again and again till our glorious day comes and we leave the European Union and we gain our freedom and our sovereignty. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, then. David Davis, Conservative MP for Monmouth. We're going to have some more speakers with you very shortly at 12 o'clock. If you can live share them, we've got a live feed going on Facebook right now. If you go on to Jacob Rees-Mogg, go on his Jacob Rees-Evans' Facebook page, he's got a live feed going on right now. Please go on your Facebooks, Twitter, and share them as well. Hashtag back Brexit Feet.
What do we want? Brexit! What do we want? No! What do we want? Brexit! What do we want? No! What do we want? Brexit! What do we want? No!
Are you guys ready for another speaker? That's a bit quiet. Can you be a bit louder than that? Are you guys ready for another speaker? That's more like it. Because we want to back Brexit now. Come on. So let's give a big round of applause then for our next speaker. He is a UKIP leadership candidate. His name is John Rees-Evans.
Thank you all so much for coming out on this beautiful November day. I know that many of you have travelled long distances, some from as far away as Wales. Many of you have taken time off work or from family to be here, but your time is being well spent, because by being here, we are sending out a clear message, one that can no longer be ignored. No matter how hard they, their friends in the media, their corporate lackeys, their well-oiled and well-bribed spokesmen, and their spoiled children they've managed to brainwash through their cynical manipulation of our education system. No matter how hard they try to say otherwise, we're here to say that that building does nothing and means nothing without our say-so. Without the consent of the British people. Let us stop and think for a moment what really has happened in 2016. This has been a year when the people, not the establishment, controlled the debate. A year when a globalist elite and their ciphers in national parliaments had their wings clipped. A year when ordinary people decided they would no longer be dictated to and demanded to be heard. It was the year, quite simply, when the people, by the ballot, not the bullet, stood up to tyranny and demanded representation. And this isn't just happening here in Britain, although, as is so often the case with freedom and democracy, Britain has yet again led the way. But no, we are certainly not isolated. We are not, as they'd have us believe, little Englanders. We are now part of a worldwide movement. A movement which is resisting the stranglehold of a worldwide political elite. You will pretty quickly discover that power doesn't rest with you. You can no longer ignore us. Your minions in the media can no longer suppress our voice. You need to realise that there is a strong undercurrent now risen to the surface as a tsunami, which the people in that house can no longer balk at. It is the growing sentiment amongst ordinary people, the quiet majority, who see, who feel, who know in their gut that the direction they are being taken in by a sneering elite as Britons and as good citizens of the wider world is not the direction they want. Nor is it one that they have ever consented to. But the silent majority is about to become very noisy. For no longer is the opinion of the ordinary person confined to the living room, or the black cab, or the bar stool. Winston Churchill said, "There is no such thing as public opinion, only published opinion." We now, in this digital revolution, in an age where everyone is a publisher, everyone is their own media outlet. Social media has changed the course of history forever. We have seen around the world how it has been the catalyst for irrepressible revolutions, both good and bad. But look back and reflect on the events of history. Think about how different they would be if the people had this massive tool at their fingertips. Can you imagine if Christ's disciples had Twitter? Can you imagine the Second World War with Facebook? How long would the Berlin Wall have remained standing with Instagram? How long would apartheid have lasted? How much easier would it have been for the Chartists and the suffragettes with today's technology to achieve their ends? The establishment is too slowly waking up to the fact that their lunches with journalists, their dinners with producers at the BBC are now resulting in little more than a conversation amongst themselves. They no longer control the debate. They can no longer roll out their so-called experts onto our screens and expect us to nod politely and take their word for it. They won the referendum in 1975, but this is why we won it 40 years later. But we must not be complacent about this. What we are marching for today, for Brexit, is only the first step, albeit an essential one, in continuing our fight for freedom. We must, if we want to continue the spirit of 2016, protect our indispensable right to free speech. Angered by the way social media has allowed ordinary people to drive the debate, the establishment will do all they can to limit our right to express an opinion. We have already seen executives of Google and Facebook colluding with government and displaying a heavy bias in the posts that they censor. And despite the clear fact that the people are increasingly voting against political correctness and showing absolutely no interest in the manufactured outrage of trendy intellectuals and media types from London, this form of oppression and attempted thought control, dressed up as politeness, continues to spread. There is no point leaving one tyranny to live under another. There is no point playing by their rules.
Order! Mr. Ruane, you are an incorrigible delinquent.
The face you start out with in the morning won't be the same face you end up with by the evening.
So when you get up in the morning, what do? You get out of bed properly, and that means all the way out of it. Get right out of the bed.
I'm the little boy whose face you stabbed off in panic when I found you robbing my house. Remember?
Why let it happen? Cold click, it's so simple.
I hate you.
Calm yourself, take up yoga. Order!